And I was just like, what are you doing? And he's like, I just won $50 on this racehorse. Like,
yeah, he ended up on the weekend.
Yeah, he made money
the horse racing
because of betting on the horse races mid-tournament.
And he said he'd never betted on horses before.
Shoutouts to Wiseacre. I believe when these guys have played in the past, Etab has beaten Wiseacre.
Yeah. If I was a betting man, I'd put a lot of money on Etab, depending on what the spread is.
Yes. And Wiseacre, both these guys starting off pretty patient. Etab knows, you know, running in against Yoshi rarely an effective strategy. He does have so many strong defensive tools. And Wiseacre using the classic Yoshi strategy of just up tilting.
Yeah.
What else do you need?
Fall into my up tilt, and I'll take care of the rest.
You can already see like the difference in approach between Wiseacre and Kerja, because Kerja was so active in spamming those double jump aerials in place. And Wiseacre is more willing to just stand still and, you know, maybe throw out an up tilt. And to be honest, I think I like Wiseacre's approach there. You know, it makes you less vulnerable, and Yoshi has the ability to react with so many defensive options. If you're committing to double jump aerials, it's like you're taking away that ability to react that Yoshi has.
Yeah, it's just a little more dangerous too. So you're exhausting one of your best defensive resources. I guess two of them, because you can't parry either.
Yeah.
And if you know, I mean, like we saw with the bear, if they get a strong read on that, it's just way too punishing for Yoshi.
He taunts. Can he get the ledge? Yeah, he does. Yoshi, of course, can use that down B to stall his recovery a bit and hit people that fail to refresh their ledge properly. But if you refresh your ledge invincibility, and it's really easy as Pika with that up B, not much that Yoshi's going to get with that down B.
Yeah, especially when he's just forced to have to go to ledge. It's kind of all she wrote scenario. 72%. We'll see what he decides here. Fair, great option.
Yeah, that classic fair, but not quite in the right positioning. It is very difficult as Pika to time it right. And you can see, so Yoshi whiffed that dash attack, but Etab doesn't fall for it. He runs away, and you could actually see Wiseacre's shield come out. So what he's doing is he's doing the dash attack and then immediately parrying afterwards, hoping Etab will try and whiff punish it and end up getting his falling aerial parried and probably dying. Great work from Etab, seeing through it. And Etab now up 4 stocks to 1.
Yeah, that was great. Just option coverage there. Even though he whiffed the back air, just easy up tilt when... Oh, that's probably the first shield break I've seen from Wiseacre in my life.
He's trying to find the spacing for the up smash on platform. Can't find it, so he just goes with the bear.
Now, does that bring you back to Tacos versus Isaiah? I think Genesis 3 way back in the day.
Yeah, it's so funny to see the up smash whiff like that. And now Etab suddenly has another stock thanks to some good recoveries. The bear was stale after the first bear.
Oh, great find with that nair though. Just catching Etab's kind of path of jumping.
Yeah, Yoshi can use his nair in some really creative ways thanks to just how good his aerial drift is.
He wanted to land on top plat to extend that combo. Seemed he was just kind of second guessing what to do a little too long. Maybe Etab's DI also throwing him off a bit.
Yeah. One thing I'm thinking of when I watch this match is something that Hammerheart told me. He was actually talking about Kuro, and he said Kuro is really good at changing up his tempo. He swaps between, you know, playing really defensively and playing really aggressively, and it's so hard to deal with. And I feel like Etab's doing the exact same thing here. He runs away and runs away and runs away and forces Yoshi to come from him. And then as soon as Yoshi's out of position and those defensive walls come down, suddenly he's all over Yoshi, and there's no way for Wiseacre to get away. And that style of play is just so hard to deal with.
Yeah, and I mean, he finds his opening there, but Etab spent the better of that minute just kind of hopping around platforms, staying safe. Just waiting for Wiseacre just to put himself in a bad position by chasing him.
Yeah, and Etab, really disciplined player, you know, knows exactly what he needs to do to win. And sometimes that's patience. You know, even though he's up 3 stocks to 1, he's not going to run at his opponent.
Yeah.
And that's the sort of skill that, you know, this division is Division 3, and it is the second lowest division. But the level of play in this division is so high, both from the natural rising and rising and rising of the skill level of the players of this game, and also the division structure that led to a huge swath of the entrants actually being eliminated in D4 in these massive pools. So the players that are left, even if they're a D3 player or a D2 player, they're going to be really strong. And like we saw earlier with JPX, and like we're seeing now with Etab, like we're seeing these Pika players that know these matchups in a really high level and are using these high level approaches that, you know, you wouldn't have seen early on in tournaments, you know, a few years ago. So I think it's really cool to watch.
Our so-called mid-level is just so much better than what we're used to seeing. And they're rapidly growing in skill. Like, I'm in the camp that Etab, I really think he's going to be a top player in the next year or two. I think he really has the potential to be.
Yeah, I think Etab is an incredibly talented player, maybe one of the most talented players that I can think of. And as I say that, we see that incredible DI from him to escape that Yoshi dare. That said, you know, this is maybe the time, right? When you're playing someone like that, you got to beat them now before they even get better. And this is Wiseacre's opportunity. Yeah, Wiseacre, of course, been playing a lot lately as well, and he's been improving too.
Yeah, he has. I was talking to Box about just Wiseacre as a player. Oh wow, what a conversion!
Nice perfect land there. That
Eats
Yoshi
the jump too. Oh, and great follow-up. Will this kill?
No.
Not quite enough.
That fair spike.
I think if he had the time, maybe, I don't know if it's worth it, but maybe try for down B there instead.
Yeah, I'd be curious. So really good edge guarding there from Etab. And what I was talking about with the perfect land, Yoshi has this technique where his normal full hop would take him too far above the side platform, but by using a double jump cancel, he can actually land exactly on the side platform. It requires some pretty quick inputs, but Yoshi players these days are really fast with it. And you can see when Wiseacre jumps to that side platform and Yoshi makes that sound, that's him using that perfect land. He does it right there, and he uses it to evade the movement from Pikachu. I think a few years ago, that was kind of a high-level technique. You wouldn't see that everywhere.
Yeah.
But these days, people are just so smart. And
it's just par for the course for anyone to pick up Yoshi these days.
Yeah, that's just the 101.
Oh, and he baited that out.
Great punish there from Wiseacre.
I'm liking a lot of what I'm seeing from Wiseacre's game right now.
Yeah, I think he's pulled himself together a lot since game 1. And Etab, you know, that patient strategy in game 1 and where you can just kind of wait for your opponent to make mistakes, that does work. But Wiseacre in game 2 just not making a lot of mistakes, and at some point Etab is going to have to do something proactive. Goes for the ledge.
Oh, wow. Perfect timing there.
Yeah, he called out that Wiseacre was going to have to land on stage. Once Yoshi starts descending out of his double jump, he does lose his armor.
And it's pretty hard for Yoshi to punish top plat, but Wiseacre had a great find with that backer there.
Oh,
oh no!
Grabs the
ledge!
ledge!
Pick up from Etab!
That's crazy, so disappointing from Wiseacre, and you can see the reaction on his face. Love this ledge cancel here, but Wiseacre's ready for it. Both these guys know in the matchup. Those drills like that down air from Yoshi are really effective against.
Oh, wow. So Wiseacre not only got that F air call out, he called out where Etab was running away to after he landed on the bottom of the stage.
Yeah, Wiseacre with some big reads and taunts for good measure.
Good escape there from Wise. Still cornered. This is going to be very tough.
Yeah, and this is that aggression I was talking about from Etab. Once he starts attacking you, it's so hard to get away.
Yeah.
Baits out that grab from Wiseacre. I think he probably meant to do a DJC aerial.
Yeah, it just feels like the shark like smelling blood in the water.
Like, yeah, once you're not ready, suddenly he's all over you, and it's like it's difficult to switch that tempo. Like you're trying to chase this Pikachu all the way around.
Yeah.
And suddenly it's like
he's in your face.
Yeah, there's a scene from Memento where the main character is running from someone, and he forgets what's happening, and he thinks, oh, I'm chasing this guy. And then he sees how scary the guy looks, and he goes, oh, wait, no, he's chasing me. That feels like what it's like trying to fight